Architecture VR. So Thursday and Friday were crazy. It's such a tricky thing because like my absolute favorite thing to do at work is stuff in VR, stuff in 3D, stuff with Unity, this video game engine, and it's really kind of wonderful because this is like a niche at the company I carved out totally for myself, wasn't part of my original job description of, you know, theater designer, and it's enormously fun. The problem is, of course, a lot of the interactive presentational stuff we want to have comes at the very last minute after everything else has been done, so you know I got to figure out some kind of workflow that allows for more iteration. But yeah, I'm really happy with what happened. I was really nervous about the laptop not working, so I chose to ignore that at first. I just did everything on the office computer, got an Oculus model working that had multiple schemes going. You could toggle on and off these columns, stage extension. I played with all sorts of different styles, and I think I found like a color style that looks good. Also, as far as I can tell, it's very optimized with rendering. One way to keep rendering optimized, pro tip, is to use the same shader for everything, and so I think I found a good way to make that work. Although I'm wondering if the only difference between different materials is the color, but it's still the same shader, does that count as different shaders? I'm not sure. I'm still a novice at this stuff. But anyway, so it was like 4 p.m. on Friday. You know, I'm handing off my office laptop, the Oculus laptop, to Matt to go over to Rice, and I'm figuring, or you know, he can't leave until I hand it off to him, so he had to wait for me, and I don't want to make him wait too long. And it's 4 o'clock, and like everything's working on the normal computer, and so it's like in a perfect world, it would just be grabbing the file that's on that computer and moving on the laptop. Of course, I grab that file, I move it on the laptop, I plug in the Oculus, start it up. Black screen, nothing, just not working. So, you know, like, okay, so let's try one of the older Oculus drivers. So I go back to the SDK 0.6 or something like that, before they were like, we hate laptops, no Optimus, that whole thing. I'm plugged into the mini DV mini DisplayPort, HDMI converter, and then things start working a little bit, but inconsistently. Like, I got extended desktop going, the direct to rift thing isn't working, although there was a brief moment where I have no idea what was happening. Like, I restarted the computer, I double clicked on the original Oculus thing without thinking, and suddenly had like a perfectly smooth direct to rift 75 frames per second experience, and was just kind of blowing my mind, and like, wait, what did I do again? And then I exited out and it's like, oh my god, I opened that one, and right there I tried to open it again, black screen, nothing. So it's like, oh god, like the potential is there, because Oculus is saying, you know, that they can't mitigate the way that Optimus laptops work to really harness the power of the NVIDIA card in there and make it run smoothly on Oculus. But I made it happen. It was just inconsistent. So like, there has to be a way to stabilize that driver. I mean, maybe some genius home brewer out there will find a way to do it, because I'd really like this laptop to last us a while. When we get another laptop, I want it to be like a perfect VR computer that's going to do everything we need it to for at least a couple, 3 years. I don't know. Yeah. So yeah, I really want to make this keep working. But anyway, long way of saying things by the end of Friday. I think I got done a little bit after like 6:30. So, you know, in any of my other offices, that's still a super early night. In my office, everyone had already left, but that's cool. I was really happy to get things working, felt like it was consistent. I left all sorts of instructions. Matt grabbed the Chromecast to get things working on the Chromecast on the computer, to have stuff on the computer go to the screen. It looks like with Chromecast you can cast the Oculus screen and extended desktop, so that's good. And I don't think that would actually work with the direct rift mode unless it was doing mirroring. Anyway, he said he got all that working at his house, so that was really hopeful. And then on Monday, yesterday, I was like, this is only going to take an hour, so I might as well. I put together a phone version of the Rice app for Josh to take, and I just picked a scheme and was really quick about it. And I think that'll be good, because it's really useful to be able to see the mobile versions of these different designs. I'm seeing if I have it here. I do have it. So, and again, just to be able to have the comparison between different modes is really helpful, because anything on the normal computer is going to look and feel different from the phone version, but that's kind of the phone version. Look, you can see the stage and everything, and it's just one of the schemes we were looking at, and then I have no idea if I'll be able to do it, but if you're looking at a seat, yeah, you can get in different seat views, and then I'm not going to be able to do it from here, but you can tap the stage. Oh, am I doing it? Maybe I am doing it. Yeah, I can turn the extension on and off, which you can't really tell from there. Anyway, so that went well. Happy with that whole VR world, and I hope that that continues to work and do well, because I really want to make that laptop purchase worth it for my office. Yeah.